Friends, how are you doing? I'm back again. I have a book here called Night in the Barn. It's by Faye Gibbons. And let's get started. Somebody put some lips. Isn't that funny? That's one thing we don't do is we don't put marks in the books. So if you get a library book, please don't do that. It was darker than dark that cold fall night. The stars hid behind the windswept clouds, and the moon was a here again, gone again eye. Bet you're afraid, said my big brother Willie to me and our city cousins, Julius and Dan. Bet you're afraid to spend the night in the barn. Not me, said Dan. Not me, said Julius. Me neither, I said. So we gathered up sleeping bags, snacks, and coats and headed for the back door. Our dog Amos was waiting there. You can't go. You'll eat our food and drool on our sleeping bags. I gave Amos a goodnight hug and we walked out to the porch and down the stairs. My breath was a fog in the frosty air. Woo! Moaned the wind through the orchard trees. Rustle, rustle, went something in the garden hedge. Just a possum, Mike, Willie said to me and started to run. Yeah, I agree, but I hurried to catch up with him. We all slid to a stop at the big barn door where the shadows were deep and the wind was cold. Want to go back? Willie said. Not me, said Dan. Not me, said Julius. Woo, moaned the wind. So you ready? Willie asked. I could feel him looking right at me. Sure, I said. The barn door creaked when Willie lifted the latch. It groaned when I pulled it back. It banged when the wind slammed against the wall. Would you be scared? I leaned into the barn to show how brave I was. It was darker than dark in there, though the moonlight oozed through the cracks and gaps all around. I stepped inside and froze. In the far corner, two glowing eyes looked straight at me. Can you find the two glowing eyes? You might want to pause it and look to see if you can find the glowing eyes. Okay. Meow! Squalled the neighbor's cat as it shot between my legs and out into the night. Ghosts and monsters lurked everywhere, ready to lunge and pounce. So we found out what the eyes were. Then Willie clicked on the flashlight. In the dancing circle of light, the ghosts and monsters turned into boxes and canning jars, stacks of lumber and pieces of furniture. We tiptoed through the barn, itching across the uneven floor. I swung around, and when something touched my ear and slapped at a dangling spider web. Oof, gross. What's next? Do you think they're making it the whole night in the barn? We crept up the sloping steps to the loft, counting every stair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Woo! Moaned the wind through the hay in the loft. Sure is big up there, says Julius. Sure is cold, says Dan. Sure is dark, I said. We spread our sleeping bags side by side next to a bale of hay and crawled in with all our clothes on. We told scary stories, ate cheesy Krispies, and made shadow figures on the wall until the flashlight began to dim. Oh, what good memories they're having. That sounds wonderful. Makes me think of times when I was young and I slept overnight at Girl Scout camp and we made shadows on the wall. It's so much fun. Have you ever done that? Guess it's time for lights out, Willie said, clicking off the flashlight and laying it on the floor. That's okay with me, I said, but the barn turned dark again and night sounds crept in close. Whoo! Whoo! Came a call from the far side of the pasture. Julius turned on the flashlight. Shut that off, said Willie. It's just an owl. There they are. Well, they've made it so far. Then scurrying noises began chittering through the hay and skittering across the floor. Dan fell over Julius and me, trying to get to the flashlight. It's nothing to be afraid of, said Willie, taking the flashlight from him and turning it off again. It's just mice. I know that, said Dan. But it was darker than dark, and the wind moaned, whoo, through the barn. Something pinged on the metal roof. Something gave a spooky tap tap. Then something made the scariest sound of all, shivering, whiffling snort. I don't know if they're gonna make it. How would you feel? We all dived for the flashlight. Somebody got it and somebody dropped it. Oh no, I whispered as the flashlight clunk, clunk, clunk down the steps and hit the floor below. Willie grabbed my arm. Mike, did you leave the barn door open? He whispered. Me? I said. But there was no time to argue. Something was shuffling across the floor below. Is it getting too scary for you? Oh my. Something was snuffling up the steps. Oops, I didn't show you that, but sorry. Here's the picture. Something was shuffling up the steps. Something was coming straight for us in the loft. I saw a shadowy shape just as it leapt at Willie and Dan and Julius and me, and we all screamed together. Ah! What do you think it was? Are they okay? Should I keep reading? Oh! Then something dropped a flashlight on my nose and said, woof, woof. Amos, I cried, turning my face away from our dog's wet tongue. Down, boy, down. Amos squeezed between Willie and me and sniffed at the bag of cheesy Krispies. I wasn't scared, said Willie, turning on the flashlight. Me neither, said Dan and Julius together. I emptied out the bag of cheesy Krispies for Amos. So, you ready to turn this dumb thing off? Said Willie. Isn't that sweet? Sure, I said, curling up next to Amos. In the darkness, I heard Willie curl up to him, too. The end. What a sweet book. I love it. Night in the Barn. There was another book that, I thought of Barnes, and I saw this other book, and I thought, oh, we could read these two books together. This one is called A Particular Cow. I like how they designed the book, don't you? It makes me think back in the early 90s, if you bought a computer from a place called Gateway, then your box came looking like this. Gateway computers doesn't exist anymore, but everybody remembers that was alive back then. Everybody remembers those boxes. Okay, here we go. Oh, I even opened it upside down. A Particular Cow by Memfox. Every Saturday morning when a particular cow went through a particular walk, usually nothing particular happened. Hi, cow. You see that? Until one particular Saturday when she found herself on the wrong side of a particular pair of bloomers. Moo? Now, bloomers is another word for underwear. And a particular woman, my bloomers. And a particular postman, oh, my mail. And 3 particular dogs, woof, woof. And a particular party of children, a cow, what? Bloomin' thief, my letters. And a particular bridegroom, holy cow. What's a bridegroom? Oh, they think they're getting married. Uh-oh. And our particular bride, my hair. The dog's over here. But, oh, it's a not a dog, it's a goat. But, and a particular gang of sailors, blimey, croak. I do. Woof. Oh, who almost sank in a particular river. Mayday. On account of this particular cow that we're talking about. Run ho! What a silly book. Who leaped from the boat in spite of her size. Incoming! Oh, there's flies. Stinky, stinky, yum. Ugh. Tossed her tail at the summer flies and went on her way without surprise. Cow's back. Hi, cow. On that particular Saturday morning. Wink. What an odd book. Oh my goodness. Particular cow. Huh. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Uh-oh. When did I even turn it on? Please tell me I turned it on. Did it click off? I bet it clicked off. Oh.